What makes a coach truly legendary? Is it the trophies, the tactics, or the way they command a room full of superstars? Football has seen masterminds who changed the game, not just by winning, but by redefining how it's played. Some built dynasties from the ground up, while others walked into chaos and turned it into order. Their strategies weren't just about formations. They were about discipline, vision, and pure footballing genius. Today, we're breaking down the minds of the greatest managers football has ever seen, uncovering their secrets and showing you why their impact still echoes in the modern game. Stick around, because by the end of this, you'll never look at football tactics the same way again. And hey, if you love football content, subscribe to philosophies for more deep dives into the game. Sir Alex Ferguson, the master of man management. Some coaches win titles, others build legacies. Sir Alex Ferguson did both. He took over a struggling Manchester United and turned it into the most dominant force in football for over 2 decades. He didn't just manage a team, he controlled every aspect of the club. His secret? Man management. Every player who worked under him has a story. Some talk about his ruthless discipline, others about how he gave them confidence when they needed it most. He was feared but respected. His hairdryer treatment became legendary, a verbal blast so intense that players knew they had to improve or get out. But Ferguson wasn't just about tough love. He knew when to encourage, when to trust, and when to make a player feel like the most important person in the squad. He understood personalities. Eric Cantona needed freedom. Roy Keane needed control. No one was bigger than the club. Tactically, he was adaptable. His early teams were physical and aggressive, built for the battles of the 90s Premier League. As the game evolved, so did he, creating free-flowing, attacking teams in the late 90s, then a powerhouse built on speed and precision in the 2000s. His ability to rebuild was his greatest weapon. When one era ended, he had already prepared the next. That's why he dominated for so long. Beyond tactics and discipline, Ferguson's biggest strength was his personal touch. Pep Guardiola, the tactical genius. What makes Pep Guardiola different from other coaches? Is it his obsession with details, his innovative formations, or his ability to reinvent football? The answer is all of the above. Guardiola doesn't just coach a team. He creates a system so perfect that opponents struggle to find a weakness. His influence goes beyond trophies. He has changed the way football is played at the highest level. At Barcelona, he turned a talented squad into the most dominant team of all time. His philosophy? Control the ball, control the game. His tiki-taka style wasn't just about short passes. It was about movement, positioning, and precision. The opposition barely touched the ball, and when they did, they were instantly pressed into making mistakes. His team's relentless passing and pressing created a suffocating style of football that left opponents chasing shadows. Xavi, Iniesta, and Busquets became the heartbeat of the team, orchestrating attacks with surgical precision. Guardiola's tactical genius allowed Lionel Messi to flourish in a free role, redefining what a forward could be. His decision to move Messi into a false 9 role revolutionized modern attacking play. The result? A team that won everything and set new standards for dominance. But Guardiola didn't stop there. At Bayern Munich, he evolved. He mixed possession with directness, making his team more unpredictable. His Bayern side still controlled games, but they attacked with more urgency, stretching defenses with pace and verticality. He adapted to a new league, working with players who had different qualities while maintaining his core principles. Under him, players like Philipp Lahm and David Alaba were transformed, taking on hybrid roles that added new dimensions to Bayern's play. Then came Manchester City, where Guardiola reached another level. He turned full-backs into midfielders, created a system where defenders start attacks, and made passing football look like an art form. His positional play ensured every player had options at all times, making his teams impossible to press effectively. At City, he took already talented players and made them even better. Kevin De Bruyne became the best midfielder in the world, Raheem Sterling developed into an elite goal scorer, and defenders like John Stones became ball-playing specialists. Guardiola's City team didn't just win. They dominated, suffocated, and dismantled opponents. His 100-point Premier League season in 2017-18 was a statement. No team had ever played with such control and attacking brilliance over an entire league campaign. He won back-to-back titles, then went on to complete the treble in 2022-23, securing the Champions League that had eluded him since his Barcelona days. Jose Mourinho, the master of pragmatism, winning at all costs. That's the Mourinho way. Some call his tactics defensive. Others call them genius. But one thing is undeniable: Mourinho knows how to win. Unlike Guardiola, who focuses on attacking football, Mourinho builds his teams from the back. His defensive organization is second to none. His teams are compact, disciplined, and nearly impossible to break down. He thrives in big matches, setting up his teams to frustrate even the best attacking sides. His low-block defenses and counter-attacking strategies have won him countless titles, proving that football isn't just about possession, it's about control. But Mourinho's greatest strength isn't just his tactics, it's his mentality. He turns dressing rooms into war zones, creating an us-against-the-world mindset that pushes his players to fight for every ball. His charisma, mind games, and psychological warfare unsettle opponents and inspire his squads. Klopp's the king of high pressing. Some teams play with skill, others with power. Klopp's teams play with pure intensity. His Gegenpressing pressing system is built on one principle: win the ball back as soon as you lose it. At Borussia Dortmund, he created a high-energy, fearless team that took German football by storm. They didn't just win, they outworked, outran, and outpressed their opponents. Then at Liverpool, he took it to another level. Liverpool's attack became one of the deadliest in football. Salah, Mane, and Firmino weren't just forwards, they were defenders in disguise. They pressed defenders, forced mistakes, and created goals out of nowhere. But Klopp isn't just about pressing. He's a motivator. His passion is contagious, his celebrations legendary. Players love him, and fans worship him. That's why he transformed Liverpool from a struggling giant into one of the most feared teams in Europe. Carlo Ancelotti, the master of chaos. Football is full of fiery managers. Then there's Carlo Ancelotti. He doesn't scream on the sidelines or make dramatic statements. He just wins. Ancelotti's biggest strength? Adaptability. He doesn't force his teams to play a specific style. He looks at his squad and builds a system around their strengths. That's why he's won league titles in 5 different countries and multiple Champions League trophies. Whether it was his AC Milan side playing beautiful football or his Real Madrid team combining flair with power, Ancelotti knows how to get the best out of his players. His calmness under pressure makes him one of the most respected managers in the game. Great coaches aren't just about tactics. They inspire, adapt, and create footballing dynasties. Some focus on possession, others on defense, and some on intensity. But they all have one thing in common: they know how to win. Football is constantly evolving, but the influence of these legendary coaches will never fade. Their tactics, their philosophies, and their leadership continue to shape the game we love. And if you want to keep learning more about football, make sure to subscribe to philosophies. We bring you the best football content, from tactics to legendary stories. See you in the next one.